Anna has over 20 years experience in multinational consumer goods and international logistic companies. She started at DHL Express Mexico in 2013 as the CIO and CMO, delivering key projects like retail POS expansion. Anna was recognized as one of the top Mexican CIOs by Computerland for 2014-2015, as one of the top 50 top Hispanics by HITEC. And since 2017, Anna is part of the board of directors of Women in Technology Miami Council, dedicated to uniting and supporting women from different nationalities and technological backgrounds to advance and succeed in the tech industry. She is also part of the Florida International University Engagement Advisory Council as a champion to change and improve student success, building relationships in the community, and making a difference throughout South Florida. So please join me in welcoming Anna. Thank you.
Buenas tardes a todos. Hola. Vamos a empezar con un poco del journey que yo tengo en IT. So we're going to start with my journey, my career as coming as CIO. And when I was starting putting this together, right, I thought about this is me. But in reality, I think that this is us. And when I'm saying that, I'm talking about all the women, extraordinary women that I have been meeting from the last years, right? That they have common challenges, common journeys with me, right? Maybe different choices in life, but at the end, we have been together through this journey. So a lot of these things are going to be common to a lot of you. So I'm Mexican, very proud. I was born in Mexico City, a very proud city. I'm the only child, so I learned very little about when your parents are putting on you high expectations. And I think that is something that also as women, we deal about that every time, right? I also have like this high expectation from my mom specifically that failure was not an option. So my first career on my journey, right, I was like, I cannot fail. I need to have success every time, every project, every time. And then over the time, I started to realize that it was not too bad, really, to have different choices and have some learnings. I have core values from my parents, right, that I really, really have been driving them through all my career. And it's about respect all the people, right? It's about be kind. My mom is a person that you are going to meet her in the subway or in the market or wherever, and she's going to say hello to everyone, and she's going to get into the life of others. I learned very, very young that it was important for me to respect and to be kind to everyone. So I was saying hello to the man that was cleaning my car at my first corporate job, to the lady that was making the cleaning, and also to the top board members, right? Everyone has a voice in a company. And then hard worker. My father was like a salesman coming on Sears Corporation, and then he was able to come one of the C-levels there, and he always told me, be a hard worker. There is no free lunch. You really need to own your success. So music was my first passion in life, and I think that's a different flavor of myself. I have like a second language because music is a second language. I want to be a pop singer, so my mom told me, okay, if you want to go into music, you need to do it really formal. So I go to the conservatory school for 8 years until I was done. So I decided to quit, right? Because I was not going to be like a player, concert artist. I want to be a pop singer. So at the end, I quit on that dream. Nothing happens and move on to the other one. And I was in IT, I'm an IT background, right? A lot of people doesn't believe me when they know me as a CIO. And I did that because when I was a student in high school and I have my first interaction with a computer, I realized that technology was going to improve and change our lives. And I think that in the last years, we have seen a lot about that. Teamwork and collaboration was key. I learned that from the Tech of Monterrey, where I did my master's degree also, right? Because it was good to work on a team to deliver projects, to deliver the last thing. So it was a really great interaction to understand that success is not just about you, it's not personal. It's a group of people coming together to make that happen. And the most important foundation for me, my family, of course. My husband, that was my partner in life, my partner in crime, and a real partner because we really share responsibility, accountabilities, and everything that is at house. So it's nice to have that type of partner. My parents, both of them, since I'm the only child, they also helped me a lot with my kids. So that helped us to have a really balanced family. My kids are fabulous. I love them. They're my passion, my inspiration. And they are the ones that keep me on the trend things about technology, right? But because they are the ones playing the new games, they are the ones using the new apps. I remember that I was doing my master's degree also on a diploma about digital marketing, and I was talking in the school about these new social influencers, right? When I came back, I was talking about that with my husband, and my kids were like, what is that, the YouTubers? And I was like, yes. That's a new. I came back to the school and say, you know, the name of that guys are YouTubers right now for the kids. So that's the type of flavor you get from them. My first job, Sabritas, really, really, really glad to have the opportunity to work in this huge Frito-Lay PepsiCo group. What I love about Sabritas, I have the opportunity to be in the field with my sales people, right? We need to get out of the corporate building and get into the field. Understand what's going on with the business, understand what's going on with the customers, and it's the best approach to do it, right? In some projects, we try to define things here, and then when you go down, it's not working because you were not in that flavor. I learned also to say no. I have one key thing with one of the key high members of the board in Sabritas. I was just a project leader, and there was one in my life that someone asked me to go and help his daughter to make some homework. So the driver was going to send me to his house at my normal hours of work, and I say no. And I say no because I really didn't think at that moment that the company was paying me to make the homework of the daughter of one of the C-levels in the company, right? And it was good because I have the opportunity also to tell him later, right? Someone was thinking that I was going to be fired because of that, because I was like in the low fruit scale of the hierarchy of Sabritas. But he was telling me, you know, Anna, I think that when I was telling him, you know, if you ask me personally to invest my time and maybe help your daughter in something, maybe I will say yes. But doing it in a mandate way just because I work here, it doesn't make any sense for me. So he was like, I respect you for that, and please keep on pushing and telling us as leaders when we are not doing the right things. So, sorry, I went back. With Hard Rock very easily, step on the shoes of others was my learning. In Hard Rock, I was in these thematic restaurants working, and something simple like when you are in a restaurant and the waitress is coming and you ask for a soda, water, whatever, right? And then he's coming back, and then you tell him, oh, I forgot, can you take out the ice, right? Very simple for us. Just take the ice and go back. The waiters of the Hard Rock, they showed me what was the process for them to take out the ice. So it was not as easy as I thought, right, again. So they told me, if you want, you can come one day and be a waitress in the restaurant so you can understand the complexity again of what's going on here. And then I realized that my simple take out the ice, at least in Hard Rock, because of the process and quality, was not just taking the ice. It was like a 5 minutes process longer for them that they were losing in order to keep on attending other customers. Merger, fusion, acquisitions, spent more than 16 years of my life on that, so I have the change flavor in my DNA, right? So I get very, very easy. I'm really open and ready for change. I started with Warner Lambert. It was a Disney World company, and then in Mondelez. All of these companies were just putting me in new positions, in new challenges, right? I learned about resilience because I need to start all over with my career path. In some cases, I need to prove myself to new leaders. I need to start all over with things. But at the end, I think it paid off because I get a lot of knowledge. I understand specifically not to lose myself in these companies. These companies bring a lot of cultural things, different values. But I think that it's important for us to maintain ourselves with the core things, the right things, right? You cannot change your shape totally to another company just to be in that company. So that's something that I learned. And I learned that it was important to have a brand. Someone, again, from the board gave me this label about, Anna, you make things happen. So that was my branding all over in these 16 years that I was there. The other one thing is about DHL, where I'm right now. I started in Mexico. I have the opportunity to be not just the CIO, but also the CMO. And that's why, because I raised my hand, right? When the marketing guy was going to US to stretch assignment, I told my CEO, do you want me to help you? I was already doing some digital marketing things in the past. And they were like crazy enough also to tell Anna yes. So I was in Mexico like this strange profile about being a CIO and CMO when all the CMOs were buying technology. and the CIOs were really fighting with them about the technology that they were doing. For me, it was easy because I was doing dual things, dual jobs that helped me a lot. My fourth language, logistics, I think that all of you that are in that logistic industry will understand me. It's a craziness. When I arrived to DHL, I didn't understand anything about what they were talking about. And I'm the CIO, my first board meeting, and I was like, I think I'm not prepared for this. I think that I was not ready yet. But it was not about me, it was about the language that they were talking about, so I learned about that. Customer is the key, and I think that we have been reading and hearing all the time about that. In DHL, we make it happen, right? I was doing a role of 60% IT, 40% business, outside with the business, with customers, or then understanding their needs, why they want, why they need to change, what was the flavor. And also something that is shaping a lot us as leaders, right? In my early years, it was depending the number of hours that you spend in the office when someone was thinking about you being a hard worker, right? In DHL, we start to change that approach about what is the century 21st manager that we want, and that's about balance. So a good leader is the one that has a balance in his personal life, in his faith, spiritual life, in the physical life, whatever they decide to do, with their family or their loved ones, and also be a high performer. If you are not able to do that, to have that balance, you are going to be drowning your career, you're not going to be performing or doing top performance. And feedback. I'm listening to a lot of people when someone is not understanding you or how they approach you, right? This feedback about the action and the impact that you have is really important to make it personal, and I live it that day every day. And specifically for women, right? I think that it's important that we give feedback to our male colleagues about certain things that are not the right things, and even the male colleagues to our women about this. What is the action of what you are doing, but specifically, what is the impact of that action in me? When we make it personally, right, this is not about right or wrong. This is just about the impact of that behavior or what you say or what you're doing in me that you can make a flavor and a change. And now in the US, it was a different combination to be here. First Latina on the board, again, sit on another new table, but also bring my own flavor. Don't lose myself, right? You have a lot of Latina, a lot of Mexican things to bring to the table, different cultural piece, right? So it was not easy at the beginning, but I think that right now I have my brand, I have there. I have a lot of empathy to learn from everyone. I have like more than 17 different nationalities on my team. Working with me, and that has been a bless because I'm able, again, right, to understand different cultures, to understand different perspectives, and keep on growing. And my latest brand is Brain, as a digital incubator. Again, in DHL, we were not moving as agile and fast as we were expecting, so I came up with this new agile framework that the board give it to me, and I start to really, really put hard on me to have the best day every day when I'm at the office, when I'm with my kids, at my life, because in some cases we overcomplicate our lives and we don't make it simple. And the last one is to give back, right? What is important for us is whatever you learn, give it back. So that's why I started working with Women in Tech, in order to keep on empowering and coaching women. That's why I also started with FIU, to really inspire new girls in order to go to the technology arena, right? And be thankful. I really feel that I'm blessed and I'm lucky about the career that I have, to be a CIO, to be here with all of you, to keep on learning from all of you. And my last one for all of you will be, in this specific time, and always, we need to be bold, we need to take risks, and we need to dream big in order to achieve more things. Thank you.